So in this video, I'm going to talk about milk production again, but this time I'm going to talk about when you do not have enough milk. So there are two tips basically I can give you that are very efficient. And the first one is do not use silicone nipples. That is really a mistake that I still see and I still hear around me, is silicone nipples. I don't know why they exist. If you have any pains, you can use lanolin. It's magnificent. It's just an amazing ointment you can use, and it's 100% safe for your baby, and it just repairs the nipple instantly. Like, I've used it each time and I couldn't have lived without it. So if you don't know what lanolin is, you can look it up on internet. It's really easy to find. You can buy it at the pharmacy. So really, look it up, lanolin, but do not use silicone nipples. It will stop the flow of your milk. I can't explain scientifically what happens, but basically your milk flow will just eventually stop, and you'll be really frustrated because to get your milk flow back again is really, really hard. So I've discussed this with the Litchi League. I've talked about it with many mums, and silicone nipples just really don't help. It just stops your production. So really want to avoid that, of course. And the second tip is basically use both breasts when you doing one feeding. So you might already put your baby on one side, and then when he's finished on one side, then you put him on the other breast. That's not what it is. If you want to stimulate the production, and if you want more milk, you put your baby on one breast, and halfway through you change, and then you put him on the other breast until he's finished or she's finished. That way you are basically sending a message to your body saying, I do not have enough milk, make some more. So put your baby on one breast, halfway through, I don't know what that is for you, it can be 9 minutes, 3 minutes, doesn't matter, you know what halfway through is for you. Just, halfway through, change your baby onto the other side, and this way you will send this message to create more milk. It takes about, I'd say, a week to 2 weeks, sometimes maybe a bit more, to find the right balance, but you will see that the production will be, much more efficient. So you don't want to overstimulate your breasts. So when you find that you have the right quantity, the right production, and that your baby's happy and comfortable, and growing properly and gaining enough fat and everything, you can stop and basically use the technique that you were using, maybe just using, one whole breast and then going on to the other. And just find your balance, basically just test it out. You can test it out, there's no problem, it's safe. So if you find that again, you might be, a bit tricky, not enough milk again, you can just again use the technique, one breast, halfway through, put the on to the other. And when you find your balance, stop that and go back to how you were doing before. So I hope it's clear. If you have any questions, in the comments, you can ask your questions. I'll be delighted to answer. Good luck, but I'm sure it's going to work well, because it did with me.